Welcome to all of you. Today we will focus on setting goals and achieving them. Stay with me. One of my favorite speakers is Tony Robbins, and in one of his speech, I remember him talking about the fact that when you focus on something, you notice that it comes to you more easily. For example, you get a new hat. It's green, and then you start noticing all the green hats everywhere. You notice that the neighbor has a new car, orange car or new black car, and then you start noticing the same car everywhere, the same brand, same color, because you wonder if your neighbor is in the area and you just want to wave. So what is interesting is, as Tony Robbins mentioned, is where the focus goes, energy goes. And that will be the line and the quote I will use for this video. Because when we have goals, the idea is to think about what we want to do, set up some steps to reach it, but also to give energy to the goals, to feel that we want to achieve them. And that is important. The only way to do that is to focus on those goals. It's easy to say, oh yes, I'm going to lose 5 pounds in the next month. Okay, I will call my parents every week. Or, I don't know, I need to focus on doing the gardening in the backyard. These are very vague goals. The only way you can achieve them is if you decide, okay, I'm going to lose 5 pounds, but that means that I need to cut this in my diet, and I have to move this much more every week for the next month. That is having a plan for your goal. If you decide to do gardening, it's easy to say, oh, I need to garden. But if you set the plan saying, okay, these are the 3 tools I need to plant a couple flowers, and before I do that, I will go to the garden center and get these 5 things. These are set steps to achieve your main goals. And that is very important. A couple of days ago, I was thinking that because of the COVID-19, I hadn't had a chance to get a haircut. And that was annoying me. And so what I decided to do is I said, okay, let's do an experiment. I asked my kids if they wanted to cut my hair, and they said no. And therefore, I just took the clipper and a mirror, and I decided to do the job myself. Was it easy? Well, I had mentioned I wanted a haircut for the last 3 weeks, and I was waiting for the economy to start so that the hairstylist would go back to work. So what I decided to do, I decided that this was part of one goal I wanted to achieve. All I had to do is get the clipper, get the mirror, get outside in a nice day, and you have 20 minutes to do it. And that's how I got it done. And I even set up the time saying I would do it at 3:30 a couple days ago. Why 3:30? It's because I had to do some work. And second, by putting it in the agenda, I did not have to worry about if it would get done. It was a sure thing. I had in a calendar that at 3:30 in the afternoon, I will cut my hair. See, this is a good way to achieve a goal. Another story I have about this is I wanted to do this video outside. As you probably noticed, the last few videos were outside. On the other hand, as I got outside, water drops started to come down. Okay, 2 things I could do. First, I could decide not to do a video. Or second, because I had planned to do a video, and it's easy. Set up the phone, start taking video. I decided to go in the basement to do it. Is it the ultimate ways I wanted to do today? No. Is it a way for me to get it done? Yes. How did I achieve the goal? I had set in times and place with the steps to carry out this activity. And you know what? I will reach that goal of editing this video today. See, these are little examples, and I'm sure in your life, there's a lot of things you want to do. There are things you want to do with the kids, things you want to do with your family, for your work, as a hobby. Maybe there's something that you want to do for your own life. And often we have ideas, but we don't know where to start. We see it as a big issue. And then we decide that it's too much work and we don't get it done. The best way for you to do is to break it down in small pieces. And let's see if I can give you the 2 tips, the 2 ways to get goals done. The first one is a 1-page plan that was mentioned by Sharma in the video I watched with the Best Life 30 with Evan Carmichael. And the second way is the smarter goals. So when we set SMART goals, we're going to use smarter goals. So it's going one step further so that we can make sure that when you set the goal, you get it done. Okay, you can see here, this is a 1-page plan. I was listening to the video with Evan Carmichael and his clips with Sharma inside, and he had mentioned that everybody should have a 1-page plan with goals, and I added the fact that I like my 3 values, and you can have sub-goals. So these are, I put it on a piece of paper because I like to organize how I think about life. And I'm going to put the PDF link in the description below so you can have a look if you want for yourself. Now, what I did today is I took the plan and I looked at what are my 3 goals. First one is about family relationship, and I decided that we'll have dinner together at the main table. For the health, I went for a 20-minute walk, and I did some squats during the walk. Well, you say, well, why would you do that? Well, I went for 20-minute walks, and I decided that if I did 3 sets of 10 squats during the walk, then it will be good for me, and it will be part of the walk, and then I would not have to think about to do them another time. So I merged these ideas together. My third goal is about the community and how to set up this video for day 5 of the Best Life 30. And my 4th goal today was about work. Today's Monday. I have my 90 students or so to talk to and take care of. So this was the time I had to do. We had Google Meets today, and I talked to many of them. And I looked at my 3 main values. My family, set up dinner for 6. My health, the 20-minute walk, and my contribution is the YouTube channel, so this video, and my work for my students today. For my extra goals, I have a Toastmaster. I joined Toastmasters a few months ago, and I have a speech tonight. So this is something I need to look into, and I need to edit some videos for my channel for my students. All the key things in my life, the most important goals of my life, fits on 1 page. Think about it. Instead of keeping it up here and not knowing where to start and what to do, I listed the goals, put a few steps so that I can get it done. The one thing that I did not add to here is a timeline. You can use your agenda and add it to this. My next point is about SMART goals. Stay with me. I'm going to put it on the board right here, and we'll talk about it. So the second tool I have for you is called Making Smarter Goals. So this idea came through reading a book called Connector's Advantage by Michelle Tillis Lederman that I read last year. And with her permission, I'm able to share this information with you here. And I'm going to put a link to her book, or the title of her book at least, in the description below. Now, her idea is, let's look at SMART goals. SMART goals are done at work. Some people use them at home, and it is part of what we have to do for our professional lives to make sure that goals are achieved. Let's see if we can review what SMART goals are. When you have a SMART goal, it has to be specific, so you know what you're aiming for, and that is important. You can even break it down in small steps. Because once you divide it in small steps, it's so much easier to focus on one step at a time every day than thinking of the whole idea of the goal and feeling stuck and not starting. Second one, it has to be measurable. Is there a way for you to do when you have your steps, to number them? Is it possible to come up with, to measure the achievement of each part of your goals? It could be profit margin you want to get. It could be sales. It could be number of people you want to talk to, number of people you want to help. So that is something specific. Can you measure it? Next one is it attainable? That is important because you may want to have a goal. You may start a new business, but you may have a goal that is so big that it's almost impossible to achieve within a given time frame, and you will not start. It's easier to make a smaller goal that can be increased. So incremental goals work well here. The next one, realistic. Realistic is important because once you have a goal that is attainable, can you actually achieve it? Do you need to build a team to be able to get there? And that is important. If you have a busy schedule, can you achieve what your goal is with the activity and commitments you have? Or you have to say no to a few commitments. That's part of learning. The last one here, it has to be thinking of time. And so can you put in your agenda when you would like different steps or different stages to be done so that you can measure your achievement? Oops. Can your goal be done in a timely manner? And that's important. So for example, I want to have SMART goals, which I want to do the best life 30 with Evan Carmichael. So that means that it is one aspect of life every day for 30 days. So when I thought about it, I said, well, I would like to create a video after each of the reflection I do. It is specific. I wanted to do one video a day related to what I learned about myself for you, my community. Is it measurable? Yes, 30 videos in 30 days. Is it attainable? It is attainable because in the past, I was able to produce videos almost daily, but I was aiming for 10 minutes or more per video. And in order to be able to make it attainable and realistic, I decided that my videos can be between 3 and 12 minutes. And that made me feel so much better because I knew that I could do a 3-minute video if I didn't have time. And if I had more content, more information I wanted to give, and I had more time on weekend, I could give a 12-minute video. And that made me feel good. Timely matter, I want the video to be posted before midnight in a given day. So that means that I need to do a backward design of my day where I need time to plan, I need time to record, need time to edit, and I need time to post the video. So this is what I have to do. So this is great. Now, where does the smarter idea for SMART goals are? And this is when Michelle Tillis Lederman did something wonderful that I loved tremendously. Let's see what are two more parts of the SMART goals we can look into. The first one is E. When you have a goal, a SMART goal, is it something that is engaging for you? That is important here. Do you remember when I talked for the last couple of days about my 3 main values? My family, my health, and my contribution to my community, to you, to my children, to my students. It needs to be engaging, because if it is engaging, you'll want to focus on it. And if you focus on it, you'll have the energy to do so much better work and you end up with achieving the goals you want. Engaging means energy. And energy is important because energy creates momentum, and momentum is what gets you to achieve your goals. Now, we're here and we have one more letter, and the last letter is R. The last letter R is for reflecting. When you have a SMART goal, you need to reflect about your SMART goal. When Mr. Sharma talks about his one-day plan, not his one-day plan, his one-page plan, this is for him to reflect on what he wants to do so that he can focus or refocus his energy. When you have a SMART goal, it's important for you to reflect on what you're doing, because when you reflect, you'll be able to think about what you're doing, and if needed, to redirect your energy. When I did the first video of this Best Life 30, I had my 3 goals as family, health, and this YouTube channel. And after I reflected after the first video and second video, I realized that the first 2 values were right on, my family and my health. But the third one was not just a YouTube channel. It was my contribution to the world. And that was a much bigger aspect of the YouTube channel, because here I'm sharing with you information, but I also have a YouTube channel for my students, wanting them to succeed. I also have my community where I live. I also have relationships in social groups, and I contribute to those groups. So it is a thought that evolved based on reflecting on what I was doing. So that's my second point here. If you want to have goals, don't think of just SMART goal. Think of smarter goals, so that your goals are on top of being part of where you want to go. You want them to be engaging so that you can have the energy to be there for others, but you also want to reflect to make sure that you are at peace with yourself, and that whatever goals you are working for is what you really want in your heart. So here we are. This is what I have as a message for you today. What I want you to do right now, and this is my call to action to you, because you need to do more than just watching a video. I want you to think about one thing you would like to achieve, one goal you'd like to achieve before the end of May. Don't go very big, just a little goal. So we have about a week to go. I want you to think about, okay, I want to achieve, to plant some flowers in the garden. I would like to have a nice dinner with my family. Or I would like to call a colleague of mine and have some great collaboration so that we can bring a project at work to the next step. So that's the first thing. And then I want you to think of smarter goals. So that means that once you have your goal, I want you to divide it in small steps, and I want you to figure out that, okay, my goal, is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it something I can do? For example, if my family is far away, why don't you use Zoom to have a dinner together? Why not? Is it realistic? And can I put it on a calendar so that by the end of May, I will have achieved the goal? And then I want you to write down, why is it engaging to you? Because if it's engaging to you, you'll notice that you'll have the energy to see it through. And third, reflecting on that goal. And the reflecting part is very important, because by the end of this month, you will have achieved the goal and you'll be proud of yourself. And being proud of yourself will give you more energy to achieve even more for June. And that's the goal, because we're playing the infinite games, which is we're taking one day at a time to get better. And we want to build on what we know. On this, get your goals together. I'm going to put here the link of the playlist for my best life journey. And I want you to tag along if you wish, learn with me, put comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer questions or respond to comments. On this, have a wonderful day. I'll see you on the next video.